But what we can do, we can back you guys up just a hair. You get the lens cleaned up a little bit.
You ain't getting close enough to make it.
I didn't bring the microphones. I gotta charge them. It's been a while since I've used them, so they need to be charged. But we're here today. So we don't got a lot on the stream tonight. I got about 15 minutes before this place closes up. So we're gonna bench a little bit. We might curl.
So we ended up being like 4 or 5 others.
Hey, what's up? Long time no see. How you doing, boss? How you doing, boss? That project I had is coming to a close. So we are going to be streaming a bit more again. Happy Wednesday, Saray. Welcome back. So we'll be streaming. I don't know if I'll be doing it daily, but I'm going to be trying to do every other day for a while. As long as that's possible. I'm going to make no promises till it happens. All right? But that project is officially come to a close. So I'll be streaming a little bit more often. So we're back in it, guys. Back in it. I told you I'd be back.
But I've been to places where
Appreciate it.
never.
No Mermaid, during that project, which I still can't really talk about, we just did maintenance work for a while there. It was a very physical project, so I wasn't climbing at the time. I haven't competed since the last time we competed live. So, what's up, Rich? So yeah, Mermaid, we took some time to recover while I was working on that personal project, and we're back in it though. We'll start climbing again here very soon. So we have gotten stronger. I just don't think 400 is the gig. Is this? He's always been able to come into the streams. He never left. I like the A7 stuff personally. I just like the A7 stuff. It looks really nice. It seems really good quality. SPD obviously makes really good stuff, Jamal. Long time no see, by the way. But I do like A7's equipment. I've actually got an A7. I think they were at the one of the championships, the state championship a couple years ago. They gave out a bunch of merch. I still got a bunch of A7 merch in the house. Well, Mermaid, it wasn't at the time. Obviously, I made some decisions to handle some stuff. We definitely are probably about where we were when we left off. We dipped a bit while I was in the deepest part of that project, and then we started to climb back up now that I'm physically able to be in here more often again. I was in here every day. It was just a matter of I wasn't able to get 2-3 hours like I normally would. So he's not in our Discord. Rich has always been there. So. What's up? Good.
Pardon?
That's how you doing, man. How you doing?
Cool. I'm doing good.
You get some bench work in before they close up today?
Hell yeah. I did some bench today too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
I appreciate the support, boss. I appreciate it. I don't know, Jamal. I'm a little short on time. This is the last minute thing to stream tonight. I said in the Discord that I was gonna stream again soon, and tonight I had about an hour to do it. So I was like, why not? Why not? Hey, I appreciate it, boss. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support as always. As always, it helps out a lot. All right, let's grab this. So we've got just a little 245 on here. We're gonna hit this. We're still warming up, and then we'll start. We're at least gonna go 315. Probably a little heavier. So, but you guys know we don't do anything. We don't ever go without at least a 315. So, at least a 315. Some stretch work. I've been doing a lot of close grip work recently. All right, I'm gonna add some more weight. We're gonna go 275. I've been doing a ton of close grip work recently. Here, let me make sure my chat's set up right. Boom, there we go. Some of my chats weren't coming through. I fixed it. There we go. All right, we're gonna hit 275 real quick. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of close grip work recently. I don't stretch very often, but I've been doing a ton of close grip work. I found out that my close grip, I'm talking about really close, is actually really, really similar to my actual bench PR. So they don't have a lot of chest-centric movement for a strongman. It's a lot of overhead work when it comes to pushing, but there is some push involved. But there's a reason why I don't see a lot of strongmen, professional strongmen benching on, like benching super heavy. It's not part of their sport. It's useful for them, but it's not something they need to do all the time. So, because there's not a lot of, I think there is one press, like a standing press they do that is helpful, but bench isn't like directly one of their movements. So that's why you see it so seldom in the strongman circuit. All right, 275, nice and easy, quick warm up. No and yes. I have to think about that one, honestly. I have to think about that one. So, well, let's knock this out real quick. Finish our warm-ups. All right, that was the last single for our warm-ups. We did a set of 7 135, 3 225, a 245, and that's a 275 single. We're gonna go ahead and jump to 315. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I feel you, Jamal. Anytime I miss a gym session, it feels rough, especially if I miss multiple. All right, let's add some more weight.
That's like he asked me earlier. I worked out so much later.
Yeah, I think since November, I've probably missed 1 or 2 sessions dealing with that project. But nothing substantial. Nothing substantial. All right, we got a 315, nice and easy, nothing super heavy. And then we're probably going to go a little narrow on the grip. I've been doing a lot of narrow grip work. As that pre-workout starts to kick in, my pre-workout is just starting to flow. So, just starting to flow. Glasses are all falling. Nah, it was necessary. I promise it was necessary. I promise it was necessary. All right, I do. Oh, if it wasn't necessary, I wouldn't have been not streaming. I love streaming. Actually, I really missed it. So I've been using Black Label's pre-workout for a while. All right. Smooth, not bad. A little bit more narrow on the grip for that one. We're gonna add some more weight, maybe widen the grip up a bit.
All right, bro. I'm gonna see you.
Hey, have a good one.
Yeah, bro. I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Sure.
I took C4 for a long time. When they changed their recipe, actually, believe it or not, when they changed their recipe a year ago, that's when I switched off the C4. So. But C4 makes a good product, but I have been enjoying the Black Label. Black Label has really strong, clean products. It's 345 at the moment, actually. It's 315. 315 on the bar. It's actually 3 plates. 3 plates. Not easy weight. We're still getting warm. I'm doing okay. This is warm up. C4. It's pre-workout. It's pre-workout. At least that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna add a little bit more weight to it actually. So I'm gonna put some more weight on. Good. Right. Nice and easy. Little short pause, felt pretty good. Still kept it narrow, but the pause felt good. Lost that momentum. Straight press. A little bit more. We might grab some momentum on the next couple of presses though, Mermaid. I want to do some pause and close grip work tonight though. So we're not gonna go super heavy because we're doing that closer grip. I'm good to about 235 with the close grip. I'm up to about 235 with the close grip. I don't do medical or injury advice on the stream. I'm sorry. It's just not a good idea because I can't accurately give you good information over the stream. I just don't want to tell you something and not be accurate and then you injure worse. I recommend if you have a gym nearby that has people that specialize in training, they can sometimes help you if it's something that's not medically significant. If it's actually like a tear or a strain or something along those lines that's not going to heal on its own, you definitely gotta go with a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm a power lifter. I'm a professional trainer. I'm certified, but I'm not a PT. So I right now, I weigh about 170. We'll say 170. I haven't weighed myself today. 175, 177, still somewhere in there. I fluctuated while I was working on that project. I got as low while working on that project as 170, and that was a scary moment. I was like, man, I need to fix that because I was burning a lot of calories. And then I bulked it back up to 177, and then I fluctuated since then. But now that project's done, I got a lot of calories coming in and not a lot going out of the gym. So man, I might talk about it in the Discord to whatever extent I can, but there's real reasons why I can't. So if I just can't. I can't. I wish I could, man. I wish I could. Maybe in the future. Let me see what I can and can't talk about. So really wish I could give you more information. It's not anything like super top. Well, not anything like super out there. It's just there's regulations, like real regulations around what I can talk about when it comes to the project. That's the best thing I can say. And even though I'm done with the project, doesn't mean I should break those rules and skirt those regulations. Does that make sense? It's just the kind of person I am. No, not at all. That being said, I did purchase myself a broken lawnmower, one of the riding lawnmowers. Fixed that today, so that was a fun project. All right, we're adding a little bit more weight. I know you guys can't see the end, but there is more weight on here now. I am adding weight, I promise. What's up, Bryce? Long time no see. Before we hit this, I'll talk about barbells. So I knew that question was going to come up. So unfortunately, barbells has changed their policy since the last time we streamed. They no longer allow streaming. You can record, but you cannot stream from their gym anymore. Anybody, not just me, obviously. I had a good relationship with barbells, but I'm following the same rules everybody else has to follow. Because of, I don't know exactly all the reasoning behind it, but they just don't want streaming anymore. It's a small gym, and I think it just got to the point where it didn't make sense. So I'm following that rule. I probably could ask to not have to, but barbell is no longer a streamy gym. So I'm just trying to do what everybody else does and follow the rules, you know. I don't work at barbells anymore. I think I told you that a long time ago. I stopped working at barbells months ago. So, you know, just following the rules, you know, following the rules. That being said, we have this gym we can stream from, and we're going to have a couple of other options. We're going to have the bodybuilding gym, the original gym. We're able to stream from there. I'm going to still record from there, and maybe in the future they'll change their mind, but... Yeah, it's one of those things, like if a gym allows it, it allows it. But you gotta follow the gym rules, man. It makes a good environment for everybody, you know? I don't agree that you shouldn't be allowed to have your cameras in the gym. It just seems like a silly rule to me. Especially, like, there's 5 benches that are open here. I'm not taking up anybody's time or space. So, but there at barbells, I can understand if someone streams from there during, like, peak hours. There's not a lot of equipment to share, right? So it could hold people up. So that may be part of it, right? But we have the bodybuilding gym, original gym, and we have the one out. What is it? We have another one that's further out in the country that we've done before, and they're 24 hours. You know what? As many events as they've hosted, Jamal, I've yet to see their gym in person. I should go out there and see it because they host all those, like almost all the events. Titus is one of the sponsors for all the powerlifting meets we do. I probably would. They got a lot of strongman equipment. I've seen their Instagram. They got a lot of strongman equipment. I need to go out there and take a look at it. All right, we're gonna hit this. This is 325, I think, somewhere in there. Make this nice and quick. We're still going to be doing narrow grip, so you might move slow. I don't know. We'll find out. Like I said, narrow grip, I'm comfortable about 335. So. What's up? What's up? Cool. Chicken and rice. It's always a good choice, Rich Guy. Chicken and rice is like the standard, right? So it's like the standard. We're gonna do a quick drop set because we don't have a lot of time to stream tonight, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to stream from one of the other gyms probably, or I might stream earlier here, and I'm going to try and get a full 2 hours in tomorrow. We'll definitely stream tomorrow, but I'm going to try and get like a long stream. Today's just going to be like an hour. So, it's been a while since I've streamed. So I just needed to do other things. That's why I stopped working at barbells. It wasn't a full-time gig for me. It was a part-time management spot, and I needed, at the time, I wanted to do other stuff. That's all it was. I don't see. Hold on. Yeah, I still have a membership at barbells. I just don't stream from there. All right, we're gonna go down to 225. Dropping 100 pounds off this thing, and work with that for a minute.
Yeah, it's like
Even right now, no,
oh yeah.
and then
The other one, yeah. Not bad. Yeah, you get this. And hopefully next week. Yeah, see, that looks like yeah. That's good. That's another album. Okay, so they kind of yeah. I like it. Hey, good to see you, boss.
You gotta stay busy, man. You gotta stay busy. All right. Grab this. We're not gonna do anything super fancy with it. I'm just gonna go really narrow on the grip. That's essentially the idea here. We're just gonna bring the grip super narrow. Get a lot more tricep there, you know. So let's have some fun with it.
The fuck?
Felt pretty good. I was pretty close in there. It's harder on the wrist than anything. It does. It helps build, well, your full chest, really, but it's very tricep-centric. It's a very heavy tricep movement. I would say not for, if you're not super comfortable on the bench, I wouldn't mess with it. Wouldn't mess with it. rack pulls are usually, if you're having trouble at the top of the lift, rack pulls is what I would add personally to increase my deadlift. If you're having trouble at the bottom, generally you're looking at a glute issue. So if at the bottom, you might need to do something, work the glutes a little bit, strengthen those. If you're having issue with your lockout or at the top half of your deadlift, it's usually rack pulls will solve it because it's a low back row. Yes, I still train people. That's no good. Sometimes that's what happens though. Sometimes that's what happens though, like you just be doing normal stuff. Like, and I don't care how much you train. Sometimes you'll like go to like pick something up off a desk or something, and all of a sudden your back throws out like out of nowhere. Like I think it was 490, 495 is my deadlift right now. I think 495. We hit a PR before we stopped streaming the last time on the deadlift, so I just don't remember what it was. All right, let's move on, guys. We gotta go do some arms. Let's go hit the biceps a little bit. Let's go hit biceps a little bit. Biceps is one of my favorites. You guys know that. What's going on? Those are respectable numbers. Respectable numbers. Interesting deadlift comparative. Usually deadlift is going to be one of the higher numbers wise, but it's also one of the higher risk movements too. So as long as your other numbers are keeping up, that total at your age is pretty solid. That's competitive for sure. I don't know if 3 cans of C4 is the play, Rich, health wise. I'm gonna be honest. That's not what I would recommend from a health perspective. All right, we're gonna do some curls, guys. We're gonna hit this fancy little preacher curl here, just for time's sake, you know. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me while I find a decent angle, though. Oh, sorry for the shake. All right. It is actually not leg day. My legs are still sore from the other day. Oh, you using this? All right, let's see. 135. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. I did not do it on purpose, all right? I would never. I did dumbbells already this week. I'll do them again this week at some point, but dumbbells are great. I love dumbbells. I usually opt into the hammer curls when it comes to dumbbells, but okay, let me see if I can get you a slightly better angle. I tried to give it back. You heard me. I tried to give it back. Hey, anybody that's in the Discord, could you? Bryn wanted to be here for this. Could you at Bryn? Could someone at Bryn for me in the Discord? I know one of y'all's in the Discord now. All right. Let's hit it. This is 165. I appreciate it, Jake. I appreciate it. What's up, Michael? Long time no see. How you been? Night, what's up? 20 inch arms, man. 25 actually. 25 inch arms. I actually have like a spandex that holds them together. That's why they look 20 inch, but they're actually 25, right? All right, let's hit this. 165. Close to a full stack. We'll do a full stack tonight. All right. Yeah. How you been, Knight? How you been? Appreciate it, Rich. Appreciate it. The arms actually do feel pretty good tonight. The arms feel pretty good tonight. So, all right, let's hit it. Let's do a full stack. Let's do a full stack. So I know you guys can't see it. Full stack is 210. Full stack is 210. What's on the block obviously is a lot different than doing 210 on a barbell or something. But it's 210 is what the weight block says. So I'm not going to do the arithmetic to figure out the amount of mechanical help I'm getting here. I'll be honest. I lift heavy things. I don't do math. All right, we don't do math here. If you ever see me doing math, something's wrong. Well, all right. 210, let's hit it. Yeah. According to my calculations. See, people be doing all that work just to miss the lift. That's the crazy part, right? This is a nice gym, Rich. You are correct. That's 3. We got 4 more of these. Three more. Oh. I don't control the music here. Look, whatever musical vibe the gym is going for, have at it. I'm locked in on the stream. I did overhear it though. Not my first choice. Not my first choice of gym vibes. All right. Was it 5? Was that 4 or 5, guys? I had to get 7. Was that 4 or 5? 4 or 5? 5. Right. Don't lie to me now. Don't lie to me now. I have no problem. I said whatever vibe they're looking for. Whatever vibe they're looking for, it's just not my vibe. I need like an upbeat, kind of like tougher vibe in the gym, you know? Road trip music, maybe. Road trip music doesn't have to be as tough, right? What's up, Marcos? So I'm lifting for strength purposes primarily. I'm a power lifter. My rest times are just kind of mine to choose, really. I do my volume over the course of the week, so I don't have to quite rush my sets and my reps. Does that make sense? I'm not looking to burn 1,000,000 calories. I'm just looking to build strength. In competition, I don't remember my squat in competition. It was like 315 plus, but I only squatted in competition the one time seriously, and that was the last comp I did. Which we definitely had more in the tank, but I was playing it safe. Bench, we did was it 340 or 350 in comp last time, and then deadlift, I think 490 in comp, or 485 in comp, somewhere in there. I weigh 175. Well, I'm glad you guys are vibing with it. All right, no one told me how many reps do I have left. I'm gonna go with 3. I'm gonna go with 3 more reps. I'd rather be 1 over than 1 under, right? So let's get it. Straight vibing right now. I'm glad we can have the vibe going. All right, we have choices here, guys. We can do shoulders or triceps. What do y'all want to do? We got 15 minutes until this place closes down. Shoulders or triceps? What y'all want? We'll let Jay pick. Jay, you want shoulder or triceps? I think Jay's a little behind. Can you guys make sure that Jay isn't behind the stream? Jay, make sure you're clicked live. I think you're a little behind the stream. Or it was a late response. One of the two. What's up, Nicholas? Welcome back, boss. One second, guys. One second. I'm back. Triceps. We're doing triceps. All right, let's hit it. Let's get it. Let me grab an attachment and then we will jump in on the triceps. A nice little V handle. We're probably going to go for a 370 attempt. Michael, I talked about this in I think in a video recently, but I had stopped all PR and all progression. I just maintained for about the last 2 months. Last time I streamed was the last attempt. And I still can't talk about the reason why, but I had to stop. I was still working out. I was just maintaining. But I'll find out how much I can say and how much I can't say, but I won't know till later. But that project. So Michael, I don't know. Probably. I feel a lot stronger. My close grip is the only thing I've been doing any kind of like PR work with. I've moved my close grip, and I'm talking about very narrow, up about 10, 15 pounds. So I imagine widening it up 370 shouldn't be an issue. But only time will tell. We'll know at some point probably this weekend. We'll find out. I have not scheduled my next comp, so I didn't know when I was going to be done with this project. like exactly. So I never scheduled it because I wasn't going to be able to compete with working with this project. So I'm probably looking at I'm probably looking at April or May. We'll see. All right, we're gonna start with 80. Just get our triceps flexing. I hear you, Jay. Panic attacks are no good, Rich. Hopefully you get that worked out pretty quick. Are you still wrestling or have you stopped wrestling? That was 80 pounds. We're going up to 87 and a half. So as you guys know, these are all, so how explain, I'll break it down. So every pulley that you have on these is what dictates how much weight you're getting at the handle, how much resistance you're getting at the handle. So this has, I think, technically 3 pulleys. So if you ever wondered why one cable machine has a higher number but feels lighter, it's because they have less pulleys or more pulleys, right? So the more pulleys, the easier it gets. The less pulleys, the harder it is. So whereas this says 87 and a half, I've used blocks that say 135 or 200 or 300 even, and it doesn't feel like this at 85. So that's why every block feels a little different when it's attached to a cable system, because those pulleys are what's changing the resistance at the handle. So I've never done any wrestling personally. That being said, I'll say that this one isn't super heavy. What's that, 4? This one doesn't feel super heavy. It's relatively light compared to some of the other ones I've worked with. There's one at the OG gym, original gym. It's not barbells, but it's called original gym is the name. They had a really heavy one. Theirs feels significantly heavier than these ones, but this one feels significantly heavier than barbells. So I never did any wrestling personally. Wrestling was never really my gig. I was never in school. No one ever mentioned it to me. Honestly, I might have done it if someone didn't mention it. I didn't pay it any mind. We weren't really a wrestling school that far as I know, though. We were more of a football school. I didn't play football either. So I'm probably about 175 right now. I'm at 175 right now, honestly. Like I said, during that maintenance period, my weight fluctuated pretty heavily because of the additional calories I was burning, and my meals weren't great. So I went as low as 170 since, I'd say probably 172 is better. I went as low as like 172 pounds within the last like 90 days. I've fluctuated from like between 172 and 180 when meals weren't great, as far as like I wasn't getting my food in the right times. I was eating a lot, but I was only eating in spurts. So, all right, 95. This is the full stack. We're gonna hit this for a quick set of 7. And then we're probably gonna have to start wrapping. We might be able to throw some shoulders in, but we'll see here in a second. See how fast I can knock these out. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's put some shoulders real quick. Dips. I gotta do my shoulders first. I have to do my shoulders first, Jay. My shoulders first. Shoulders take precedent over dips. My rest periods vary pretty heavily. Some of them go from 30 to 45 seconds, and they can be as long as 5 minutes. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. My rest periods are completely random for the most part. It's completely based on how my body feels. If I feel spent, then I'll rest a little bit longer. If I don't, if I feel really good, sometimes I'll burn through my sets pretty quick. I've had gym sessions that last 45 minutes or an hour, and I've had gym sessions that last 2 hours, 3 hours. It's just heavily dependent on how I feel physically. I already drank it. I did actually bring milk. I drank it before we started the stream because I knew I didn't have a lot of time. So the bottle's in the trash. But I did have my milk. Don't worry, I always have my milk. Oh, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. Drop this seat down a little bit. All right. Just a plate to get warm on the shoulders. That's more weight. We gotta burn through these sets, guys. Burn through these sets. There you go. That's a better angle, right? We're gonna add another plate. All right. Another plate. I had my milk already, Rich. All right, see you, Marcos. Yes, I have it. If you're interested in the physique, I have a physique shoot, a recent one actually. I have a few of them up. I have one from less than like maybe a couple months ago. That's probably the most recent, but it's about similar to then. Weight hasn't changed much since then. Little fluctuations, but nothing's really changed physically. Maybe more muscle. Ooh. All right, we got 3 plates on here. 3 plates a side. Gonna hit this for a quick set of 7, guys. You know I love the 7s, right? Ooh, we need 2 more of those, 2 more of those. So Jay, I have a lot of questions actually with that statement. Number 1, I don't know who told you I was selling them. It's not the case. Also, how would you have them? Where did you obtain them? Why do you have a box with my sweaty shirts? That's an odd collection. Jay. Odd collection. All right. What is it? We need 2 more of these. We'll get 3 since we didn't finish the set. We'll hit 3. We'll hit a quick triple, 3 plates aside, and then it'll be time for me to call it for the night, guys. Counterfeit Chris shirts. That's what's happening here. Counterfeit Chris shirts. Unbelievable, Jay. Unbelievable. No, that's solid work, man. If you're just getting back at it, we all know there's recovery involved with getting back to working out, you know? So, you'll get all that work will come back around, you know? All right. So that's the stream, guys. That's tonight. We'll try and do a longer one tomorrow, but they are closing up. As you can see, they are starting to flip lights off. So it's time to go. How are you keeping them warm? You throwing like hot hands packs in the box? That's top tier. That's marketing right there, actually. I'll tell you what, for $100. Yeah. What's up, boss?
What's up?
But yeah, so that's the night, guys. I'm gonna roll out tomorrow. We'll try and get a longer one in. I don't know what time tomorrow. Reckon 7:30. 7:30 probably a good guesstimate, guys. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We will 99.99% sure I'm streaming tomorrow unless something drastic happens. Appreciate it, Knight. Appreciate it. Good seeing all of y'all again. Jay, Knight, Saray, Michael, Rich Guy, all of y'all. I keep naming them, but I'm gonna run out of time. So, appreciate all y'all stopping in after so long of not doing the streams. I've tried to keep content flowing, guys, the best I can. But I'm back streaming. Maybe not quite as often or as long, but we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here. I never left, but we're gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? All right. Talk to you guys later.